Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking WrestleMania 40 and my predictions for the show happening tonight and tomorrow night, both nights 1 and night 2. I'm very excited for the show, I hope you are too. This has been a fantastic build to WrestleMania, the best one I can think of in quite a long while. Of course we had a fairly good one last year, thinking that Roman was going to be dethroned. Obviously it didn't happen. Will this year be any different? Will we finally see the end of Roman Reigns? I mean, that's the question, right? That's the big question. But before we get there, we have got to get into the rest of the card. So I'm going to get straight into it. I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to smash these out, and then we're going to watch the show, and we're going to have a great time. So let's start off with the Saturday night main event. Bloodline to be banned in the main event of night 2, or to be Bloodline rules. That's right, Cody Rhodes and Seth frickin' Rollins go up against Roman Reigns and The Rock. So I think they're going to go with The Rock and Roman on this one. I think The Rock and Roman are going to win this one through shenanigans. I think it's going to be an all-out war. I think it's going to be an absolute chaos of a match. But I think The Rock and Roman are going to walk out the victory, and I think the main event of night 2 will be Bloodline rules. It's going to add that element of doubt heading into night 2's main event, and yeah, I think they're going to want to continue that story of Cody overcoming adversity, and I just, even though we've seen what's happened with The Rock and how they haven't put him in the main event of WrestleMania 40, I don't think they're going to have him lose his first match back in, let's not count WrestleMania 32, so what, since WrestleMania 29, 2013, over 11 years ago. So yeah, prediction, Dwayne, The Rock, Johnson and Roman Reigns go over on Cody and Seth. Women's World Championship match, Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. I think Rhea's going to retain here. She's been doing such a good job as champion. I'm not going to say her matches are stellar, but I do think that, you know, does Becky really need the title again? I mean, she has had her book launch. Maybe they're going to want to make her the face of the women's division again. But the Judgment Day story has kind of stalled a little bit, and I think that title is going to be needed as they ramp up that story to potentially implode the Judgment Day. So I'm saying Rhea in that one. Gunther versus Sami Zayn. Here, I'm going to say Gunther retains again. We all love Sami Zayn. Everyone wanted to win the World Championship at Elimination Chamber last year against Roman Reigns. Of course, his stuff in the Bloodline was second to none, and it really made us appreciate even more how much of a talent Sami Zayn is. However, I don't think he needs the IC Championship. Sami Zayn deserves to be in the world title picture with Drew and Seth and Cody, and as a result of that, I think Gunther retains, because why give it to Sami Zayn, who doesn't need elevating any more than he already is? Like, put him in that title picture. You know, have him lose to Gunther, have him work his way back at the rankings, and have him in that world title picture, and have Gunther versus Chad Gable, and have Chad Gable go over on Gunther. I'm a big Chad Gable fan. I think he deserves it. It's been underutilized for years now. Pull the trigger on him, have him dethrone Gunther, and then, same as Sami Zayn, push Gunther up to the world title scene. Next up, we got brother versus brother, twin versus twin, Jay versus Jimmy. I'm going with Jimmy on this one. I think that Jay has been the more popular brother. I think he's had the more opportunities, and I think they're going to swerve on this one and start building Jimmy as a main event solo guy like they have with Jay. Jay's reached that main event status. I feel like Jimmy's lacking behind, and as a result, I think they're going to pull the trigger on Jimmy. The Judgment Day versus the Awesome Truth versus the New Day versus DIY versus New Catch Republic versus A-Town Down Under for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. This one's interesting. So they've made a lot of fuss about the fact that 2 teams can win by taking each title. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm actually thinking they're going to go with the Awesome Truth for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And I actually think they're going to go with New Catch Republic for the SmackDown and build 2 separate teams there. Either way, my prediction is that Judgment Day loses. And I think it's going to be a fantastic match. Rey Mysterio and Andrade versus Santos Escobar and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. I didn't actually, until I'm reading this article now, they realised they've replaced Santos Escobar. Dragon Lee. But I'm going to go with Santos and Dominic, because I think they're going to want Dominic to get his win over his father after he lost last year. And the 6-woman tag team match, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Naomi versus Damage Control. I think they're going to go with Jade, Bianca, and Naomi. Jade going to win her first proper match other than the Rumble, Damage Control, and that whole story and sort of the implosion of that. No doubt that they'll win that one. Moving into night 2, the 6-man tag team match, Philadelphia Street Fight. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament. I think they're going to go with Bobby and the Street Profits in this one because the Final Testament have seemed to be dominating that rivalry. I think this will be the end of the rivalry, and I think they're going to have Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits come out on top because they're so popular. And a PSA put Bobby Lashley back in the world title picture. I love Bobby Lashley, favourite superstar behind Roman Reigns. We'll get to that in a bit. LA Knight versus AJ Styles. I think they're going to go with LA Knight here because the momentum on LA Knight has dropped a little bit where he hasn't been in the world title picture, and I think he needs to continue that momentum by getting that win over AJ Styles and again get the world title matches out the way with this long build that we've had for both world title matches and stick LA Knight back in the world title picture. Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship match. Logan Paul retains is what I'm saying. He hasn't had the title for that long nor that many defenses as of yet. So I don't see why there's any reason to take it off yet. He's doing a great job in the matches that he's had. Loads of eyes coming onto the product. It's on the set of Impulsive every episode he does. No reason for him to lose it, but I'm sure it will be a banger of a match. Io Sky versus Bayley. I'm going to go with Bayley beats Io Sky for the women's WWE Women's Championship match. She's waited so long. She had an incredible Royal Rumble performance. She's done a great job leading Damage Control to new heights and elevating Dakota Kai and Io Sky along with her, and kind of Asuka and Kairi Sane since they've come in. So yeah, I think Bayley absolutely deserves to win that match, and I think they will pull the trigger on her. Now we get into the two doozies. The World Heavyweight Championship match, Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. For this one, I think Drew is going to win the world title. I think they're going to play on the fact that Seth gets injured in the night 1 match, and I think that's going to be the reason why Drew is finally able to defeat Seth after losing to him 2 times now, I think. Along with that, I just think everyone knows that Drew's long overdue his World Championship win at WrestleMania. Of course, this is just shy of the main event, the co-main event, but there is no co-main event. Just like the main event of Night 1 isn't a main event at WrestleMania. There's only one main event, and that's the one that goes on last. But I still think it'll be a great moment for him. His character work's been so good with this new heel character. And yeah, I just think that Drew deserves to win it, and I think that Seth's done a great job with the World Heavyweight Championship, cementing it as the 2nd World Championship. But it's just time for something fresh, and I think now is Drew's time with the character work he's been doing, leading into Punk's return to in-ring action. And of course, the main event of the whole show, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. And I'm going to say it, Cody wins. I think we're all thinking the same thing here. I'll be shocked if Roman Reigns retains that title at WrestleMania 40. Of course, it's happened before. We've been shocked before. They swerved us. But I just think they know the fan uproar would be through the roof. Roman seems to be having, sort of happy to retire. Maybe just do a few matches like Brock and that does in the past. And I think Cody's time's now. He's so over with the fans. It's time to write a new chapter, a new story, and pushing into this new era of WWE, as Triple H said in Impulsive today. Pushing this new era of WWE and finding a name for that era. So I think WrestleMania 40 closes with Cody Rhodes becoming the new undisputed Universal Champion. But I'd love to know what you think of this WrestleMania. What are your predictions? Leave them down below. I'm literally recording this as soon as I'm going to upload it. I'm going to be watching it first thing Sunday morning here in the UK and night 2 first thing Monday. And then I will record a video with all the wins and losses and what I thought of the whole show. I'm very excited. I hope you are too. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe. Let me know your predictions down in the comments below. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you on the other side of WrestleMania 40, WrestleMania XL. Again, please do subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everyone. See you soon.